Okay, this is Moosehead Light. I've already done Moosehead, I've done Alpine, I've done Clancy's, I've done Moosehead Dry Ice. I generally like the Moosehead beers, even if they are still basically a big macro company. They generally produce better quality beers than most of the other macro companies do. I'm just going to finish the pour here, give you an idea what the head was. Yeah, it was kind of foamy like that. It was, of course, it was higher. It was about a finger's worth of head, and then it dissipated really quickly. So this is a lager, of course. It's 4% alcohol by volume. It's kind of funny when I think of all the beers I like that range between about 4 and 5% on the ale side of things, like stouts and some porters and things that are, they're only like 4.8% or 4.2% or something like that. But they're not considered light beers at all. But when you go onto the lager side of things, lagers are generally so watery and devoid of character and flavor that you really do detect how light they really are when they drop the alcohol down from 5% or more. Really, you're looking for the hops and that sort of alcohol kind of sting in lagers, dry bitterness, and you don't get as much of that when you have the lighter ones. In most light lagers and stuff, they range from about 3.2 to 4%, something like that. So, yeah, this is probably not all that light, considering Moosehead itself is only 5%, and you're only dropping down 1 percentage point, but we'll see what difference it makes, okay? As you can see, it's got sort of a straw golden color. Looks just like regular Moosehead. Perhaps Moosehead retains its head a bit better than this one does, but that's about the only big difference as far as appearances go, anyway. So I'm going to smell it now. Not getting much of a smell at all, really. There's probably there's sort of a mild, kind of grainy smell, but it's a lot less than regular Moosehead. You can definitely tell the flavor has been, or the smell, the aroma has been sort of stomped out a bit. Yeah, you're only getting the slightest of smells. It's nothing really to write home about. Tasting it now. Okay, what it is a slightly watery version of Moosehead. It's as if they poured like a quarter of a cup of water into a Moosehead. That's pretty much what it is. There's no real bitterness or anything. You sort of have that general same kind of Moosehead taste. And if you want those tasting notes, just refer to my Moosehead video that I did. It's only a little ways back in my archive, I guess. But that's what this is. It's watered down Moosehead, essentially. And I can't really say I recommend it. I suppose I could recommend it for if you're in Canada and you're looking for a light beer, you're looking for a light domestic beer, you probably couldn't do any better than Moosehead Light, I guess. You wouldn't want to try like Labatt Light or Molson Light, whatever Molson Light is. I don't even know if there is a Molson Light, but definitely not like Keith's Light or something like that. Your best bet would probably be Moosehead Light. It still tastes sort of like Moosehead, and Moosehead, the thing about their beers is they have enough uniqueness in their flavors that they sort of stand out from the rest of the macro companies in Canada. I can't really say Moose Light stands out all that much. It's just the least offensive of the light beers I've had so far. It's sort of I guess the best way to say it is probably the Coors Light of Canada. That's probably a good way to put it. It's not horrible or anything, but I can't recommend it. It's just not particularly a good beer. It doesn't really register as beer on my palate, right? But if you're looking for a light beer, if you're looking for something that you could slug a lot down, and you could definitely slug a lot of these down, it's fairly watery. It's not as watery as Molson or Schooner, but it's still it'd be a pretty good party beer, I guess, if you're not really interested in paying attention to what you're drinking, if you're not really interested in flavor or anything. Moose Light is just, it's got enough strength in the alcohol that it'd probably get you pretty drunk after a while. But yeah, for me, it's just not my thing. I wouldn't waste time. I'll never have another Moose Light in my life, no doubt. But yeah, if you're looking for light beer in Canada, why you'd want to do that, I don't really know. But if you are, Moose Light probably is your best bet. There's no offensive flavors or anything. It's just sort of a bland, kind of watery beer, but I guess it sort of still registers as beer in a way. So I give it about a 2 out of 5. I can't go up that 0.5 and recommend it. So it's probably the lesser of the Moosehead brand beers. I can't remember what I gave Clancy's at this moment. I didn't like Clancy's all that much either, but this is probably the lesser of the Moosehead brand beers right now, and I think it's just by default, really. Light beers just aren't particularly all that great, but yeah, so 2 out of 5. I'm rambling here for Moosehead Light. If you're in the light beers, I guess you couldn't do much better, but again, I say, why bother?